Hi, it's Natalie from That Christmas Autism Girl. Welcome back to another video on the channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about a topic I've wanted to cover for a while. My take on love triangles. Now, I mean, it's an interesting topic because love triangles are very controversial. But in my opinion, some are good, some are bad. I don't hate them, but they're somewhat overdone. So I'm going to go through some love triangles and say why they were bad or good, or if I liked the way they ended. So we're going to start with Riley, Maya, and Lucas. That was the worst love triangle ever. Trash love triangle. Stupid, conflict, stupid. The conflict was dragged out way too long, and it was stupidly ended. So basically, if you haven't seen Girl Meets World, which is what this is from, basically, Riley likes this boy Lucas, but then later Maya starts liking him, and then Riley steps back and says Lucas is like her brother, and then a friend reveals that she still likes him. So then this love triangle forms. It's dragged out for almost 2 seasons, and then Lucas becomes torn between them, and he eventually chooses Riley, but it was weird because then he said he wanted to leave it up to the group and didn't want to hurt anybody. And they kind of became this weird relationship where couldn't give Riley a compliment without giving Maya a compliment. So it was really, or they couldn't give Maya a compliment without giving Riley. It was just dumb. And then in the last episode, in the Ski Lodge episode, they finally resolved it. And it turns out they claimed, I don't believe it, Maya was pretending to be Riley so she could see if she was a good guy for her best friend. And that made her a good friend, which is dumb, right? Anyway, yeah, that was dumb. It was like stupid because she didn't act like Riley and she had a good influence. What's the big deal about having a good influence? Anyway, next we have Charlotte, Cleo, and Lucas. They're interesting. Pushes the slow burn of Cleo and Lucas. Understand why Lewis even likes Charlotte, but I think it was just because she gave him attention after Lewis break up with Cleo dumped Lewis. And eventually Cleo and Lewis get back together. And then Charlotte becomes jealous of Cleo, and she causes all sorts of problems. But in the end, Cleo and Lewis get back together, and it's happy. Cassette, Eponine, Marius, and Les Mis drove the story and made Eponine's story more tragic. I didn't love the triangle, but it wasn't terrible. Next, you have Eowyn, Arwen, and Aragorn. No, they're not the main focus from Lord of the Rings. They're not the main focus, but I'm happy with Aragorn choosing Arwen because I think it was the right choice. I mean, they're really sweet. They have lots of chemistry. They're really good. I love Eowyn, though, but I'm glad she ended up with Faramir. It just ended up where everybody was happy. Arwen was happy. Eowyn was happy. Everyone ended up happy. Laura and Corey and Topanga from Boy Meets World. Now, Corey and Lauren are a trash ship. I'm going to talk about trash ships later. But anyway, caused Corey and Topanga to break up. Lauren and Corey were highly toxic. And it just was this weird couple episode love triangle. I'm glad that they ended it quickly, though. Nicole and Jay, not good, but interesting. I'm glad she chose Jay. This is from Ninjago, and it's a good way to develop Jay and Cole because it caused their relationship to deteriorate and them to start fighting. Now you get to the Love Pentagon from Star vs. the Force of Evil. Margaret, Star, Tom, Kelly, and Jackie. So first of all, in the beginning, Margot likes Jackie. He's had a crush on her since kindergarten. Star likes Margot. But then, when she declares she had a crush on him, she ends up getting back together with Tom in the end, and then Marco realizes he likes Star, but then Star and Tom don't really go good together. I mean, he's very clingy and she's not really interested. Then Tom breaks up with Star eventually, but Marco starts like Kelly, but then they pursue a relationship, but they break up. And then Star is with Marco and they stay together. Very complicated and confusing love Pentagon, but the only one I actually really liked was this one. Because it made Marco and Star getting together all the more wonderful. Fitz, Ada, Simmons, and Will. So Fitzsimmons are one of my favorite couples, as you know, from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They're really cool. But anyway, Simmons fell in love with this guy named Will when she was on a planet, but then when he dies, she gets together with Fitz. But then there's this life model decoy that falls in love with Fitz and makes this framework where they're together, but then Fitz and Simmons end up together. So it's okay. Maddie, Diggy, Josh. I hate this love triangle. Not as much as I hate Maddie, Riley, Maya, Lucas, but it's pretty bad because I think Maddie made the wrong choice. Because Diggy broke up with Maya when she didn't want him to go to Australia, which is, and then she was upset about it. And then she was afraid to date again, but she eventually dated Josh. Diggy only came back when he found out she had moved on and was happy with somebody else. And he begged her to take him back. Like, he couldn't just accept the fact she was happy with somebody else. Messed up. And she chooses Diggy over Josh. Dumb. Anyway, that's my take on love triangles. If you love these videos, please like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and send me an email at autismcontact@gmail.com.